Dr. Byron Carr at 951-929-8863.
Army Essentials during cold front and family sale. This Wednesday through Sunday, take an extra 20% off. And save on women's denim. Sonoma graphic tees are just $7.99.
This is probably a good idea to do on the bottom of your car in case you're ever upside down in a ditch on fire and people don't realize at that point that you need help. Just paint help on the bottom of your car. So anyways, I'm under Vixen right now, kind of taking a good look at stuff because this is the car I'm going to end up using while we're having this coronavirus thing, because I'm not concerned about anybody bothering me or stopping me when I'm driving this, which you'll see once I get back up on top side. But I need to address this bolt here. This caliper I've been grinding down. I think I'm pretty good clearance there, but I'm not thrilled about this here. There's only literally about probably 5 or 6 pieces of paper of thickness between the rim and the bottom of the lower ball joint bolt. So I'm probably going to cut just this where the threads stop. Unfortunately, well, it's kind of a mixed thing. I lost a wheel on this car the other day because it's a wheel spacer problem, and I grinded this down because it wasn't so bad once the wheel came off, but I had to drive the car over to the side of the road because I was in an intersection. So that grinded this bolt and nut almost down flush. So I'm gonna have to change that lower ball joint unless I can maybe weld around here carefully, since it's not close to where the grease is and the seal that holds the grease. But there's still a little bit of bolt left, and this actually, oh, there's still updates on the radio every hour. Coronavirus updates. I guess all the progress that Italy made has been completely extinguished, probably because people said, oh, everything's getting back to normal, let's go out and party. So anyways, this spindle here is actually, the part of the spindle where the ball joint is actually getting pushed on by the spring and strut. So it's to my advantage, but I don't know what this piece is here. This is weird. It's not a bolt head or anything, but I guess it has something to do with maybe indexing the spindle and ball joint. But if anybody knows, this is a 2008 Ford Crown Victoria Police Interceptor, and this is all the factory components here. I did put a lift kit on it. You can see up there, there's like a spacer on the top of the strut bolts in. That's the new parts you can see. So this does concern me, and I'm going to change it. I just don't know if I can get by for a little while with it. Also was looking around at some other stuff. There's an exhaust leak I can hear when the engine's cold, and I think I found it because there's a bolt missing in the bottom of the exhaust manifold right there, and it looks like there might still be threads. Might be the bolt just came out, hopefully, but I'm gonna have to find another bolt and see if I can put that in there. I might have one in a bag somewhere, because you can see the carbon around the exhaust there. I think it's a flat metal gasket. Ooh, that catalytic converter's hot. But just taking a look at the car really good because I'm going to be relying on it. for, who knows, maybe the next couple months. This is gonna be my baby. So I did an oil change before I gave it to my buddy, and he didn't probably put more than 100 miles on it the whole time he had it. It was mostly in the dirt. So everything looks pretty good. Get out from under here. So anyways, this is a Vixen. I'm gonna turn the radio off. Got my going windows. Maybe I feel like I need to turn the music off. So this is the damage that happened when I lost my front wheel. And I'll show you the culprit, which is just as much my fault as anything, because I was already aware there was a little bit of an issue, but you can see this is what it looks like. This is what they're supposed to look like. And I guess the rims, the police interceptor rims, which I used to have these big things on here, were riding along the edge here, and they were pressed in for some reason because of the wrong diameter. And I don't know, I guess it flexed the lug nuts enough to overstress them and break them off. So I lost the wheel, and it came up into the wheel well here, which didn't do anything but cosmetic damage. Kicked this out a bit, which I don't mind. Actually kind of cool. It's got some extra cooling into the engine compartment. I don't know how I'm going to duplicate that on the other side to make it look even. Maybe I'll just have to break a wheel off over here. But I got these big meats on it. They're not actually that big. They're just lots of tire. And this car's got a lot of safety equipment on it, a lot of anti-road rage stuff on it. I've got it supplied with I've got food, first aid kit, got a lot of packaged food in here, fire extinguisher, paper towels, crackers, canned foods, canned meat. I got some coconut water in there. Just a bunch of different things. A container I can use for either making food in, or I've actually got a metal pot that I've got in the trunk that I can sit on the engine and warm up food if I really need to. But I made sure all the foods that I have are already pre-cooked. Oddly enough, there's a lot of these types of meats on the shelves still at the grocery stores. And this is actually a cooked beef. It's roast beef with gravy, and it's completely pre-cooked, ready to go. So you can either heat it up on the engine in the can, or put it in another container. And so I pretty much got everything I need in here if I get kind of stranded either in the car or somewhere where I can get to the car. I've got a first aid kit and I got another medic bag in here that's got a lot of first aid actual. This is from an ambulance I got at an auction. And then I've got my hand sanitizer in here, a big container of it. So pretty much got all the things I need in the car, and then I have other stuff in the trunk. You know, that container isn't agreeing with the packing here. We'll put that in there. But these are things you should just have in your car. Anyways, if you've got enough room for this much stuff with you, even when there's not some pandemic happening. It's well worth it. So a full-size spare in the trunk. Of course, I've got some more equipment in there. Not a lot of stuff I want to necessarily divulge and share at the moment, but I carry plenty of water in the front. I've got extra batteries for all the devices that I carry with me, and I don't know. This isn't something I would build specifically for what's happening, but I already use this for a Wasteland Weekend event that I go to, and it's street legal, and it's going to come in handy for just this type of set of circumstances. So I'm going to get back working on it, but I figure I'd make a couple videos just for a little bit of entertainment while people are inside trying to find something on the boob tube or YouTube. So all right, you guys stay safe and use your noggin.